The Roman Empire was a center of learning, discovery, and achievement in the civilized world. It had survived for centuries when corruption, civil war, and barbarians tore it into pieces. 50 years of civil war ensued in the middle of the 3rd century, weakening the Roman military and straining the economy. The defenses of the Roman frontiers was passed to local inhabitants, while legions waged war on each other. These auxiliary troops needed to be paid in gold, the mainstay of the global economy. When the Roman people stopped conquering foreign lands and seizing wealth, the Roman Empire had to sustain its own existence. However, the luxurious lifestyles of the rich and the demands of the poor could not be sustained. Corrupt politicians also took money away from public projects, and the empire's power dwindled for years. Emperor Diocletian wisely saw that the empire was simply too big for one person to rule, and divided it into the eastern and western halves, each ruled by an emperor and a second in command. This was known as the Tetrarchy. Emperor Valentinian I divided the empire permanently. The powerful eastern economy was left alone, while the west declined into perilous circumstances as barbarian hordes began arriving from northern and eastern Europe. The Angles and the Saxons seized Britain from Rome during the early 5th century. The Visigoths advanced into Spain, even sacking Rome in 410 AD. The Franks and the Burgundians took over much of Gaul, and the Huns nearly destroyed them and the remnants of the Western Roman Empire. General Flavius Aetius managed to hold off the barbarians, but Valentinian III assassinated him, extinguishing the last hope of the Western Roman Empire. Countless cities and towns were ravaged and destroyed by the advancing barbarian hordes. Pope Leo I barely managed to convince Attila the Hun not to destroy the Italian peninsula. North Africa was lost to the Vandals, who sacked Rome in 455 AD. By 476, Odoacer, leader of the Heruli, deposed Romulus Augustus and forever dissolved the Western Roman Empire. However, the Byzantine Empire, the Roman successor in the east, would survive for another millennia, until it too was ravaged by barbarians, this time the Ottoman Turks. From the ashes of the Roman Empire, the French, the Spanish, the Italians, and Western civilization would rise.